they're going to not pay themselves back. They're going to pay off that debt obligation. They're going to go into debt and then they're going to continue to pay it off. This is the people who we say end up in what's called the rat race, which means they are constantly just trying to get their foot above water. They think that if I can simply become debt free, I'll be in a better situation. Not realizing that debt free, all that simply means is that you're at zero. You're at zero. There are homeless people on the street that are at zero, but that doesn't mean that they're in a better financial situation than you are. Okay? The next type of person is called the saver. The saver is in a better situation because they're above water, but they're going to save, and then they're simply going to pay cash. They're going to save, and then they're going to pay cash. But guess what? Every time that they pay cash, they lose the forward momentum of their money. So if I had $70,000 in cash and I spent $50,000, I spent that $50,000 and now I'm only earning interest on $20,000. So now I have to not just get back to the $70,000, I have to get back to the $70,000 plus what the $70,000 would have earned if I still had it over the next few years. Now, typically when people spend their cash, I do see them a lot of times replace it to get back to the $70,000, but very rarely do I see them to save enough to keep up with the interest that they would have earned had they not spent the $70,000. Isn't it crazy to consider that the saver and the debtor could end up in the same situation, just in different ways? Now, the third type of person is what's called the wealth creator. Now, the wealth creator, they never stop the forward momentum of their money. They're only going to go up. They're going to go up, 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 up. When it's time for them to borrow, they're still going to borrow, but they're going to borrow against themselves, and then they're going to pay cash. Then they're going to pay it off. They're going to borrow against themselves, and then they're going to pay it off. Meanwhile, because they didn't actually spend the money, they just borrowed against their money continues to grow as if they never touched it. So let me ask you this. Which type of person would you rather be, a debtor, a saver, or a wealth creator? A debtor, a saver, or a wealth creator? Because you see, there are problems with paying cash. Let's just assume that I saved $20,000 per year. My rate of return was 8%. And I drained my tank every 5 years, and it took me 4 years to refill that tank. What that means is, like according to the red, I'm going to save, and then I'm going to pay cash. I'm going to save, and then I'm going to pay cash. I'm going to save, and then I pay cash. Well, at the end of that time frame, I end up with $332,910 saved. But what if I never had to stop the forward momentum of my money and my money continued to grow? Well, guess what, you all? If that were to happen, I'm going to end up with $2,466,917. That's a difference of $2,134,008 simply by learning what wealthy people do when it comes to money. They don't just spend their money down. They don't pay cash. They don't have bad debt. They borrow against good debt, and they make money while their interest account is still making money. They borrow against the account as if they never touched it. And guess what? What I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a teaser, because I'm not going to give you the 10-minute lesson on how life insurance works on this episode today.